Oh, and we're live. Look at us. We are having a good time. What's up, everybody? I need to take these off because I feel like I'm hearing myself twice. Chat, let me know if you're hearing me twice because it's insane. Oh, how's everybody doing today? Sorry, the headphones were echoing in my ear, all fun like. What a week. What a week, chat. Let me know if I sound good or if you guys hear an echo or something. I feel like it was a little weird. The audio felt off. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me perfectly. What's up, Big Mad Doe? Mad Mo? Mad Mo. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, man, we have a lot to talk about this week. It's a little insane. I feel like I was making a video, like 2 videos a day at this point. Cyber Gunther, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? I need one of these today, fellas. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. It's going to keep you awake. Put hair on your chest. Man. You could tell today, like, I usually on Fridays, it's a little crazy when it comes to gaming news because it's always bad news. It's always like the Friday, like, let's get that bad news out. Let's forget about it, move on, and let the weekend kind of simmer down, and we'll come back strong next week. That's how it feels with gaming news usually. And today was actually some good news. I mean, quite honestly, like the amount of Fallout news and videos I've seen out there talking about this, there is so much going on with Bethesda. There's so much going on with everything in the games industry that it's a little crazy. Jonas the Dad, what's up, man? Pleasure to have you here. Yeah, not to mention the discs, Sony ignoring the games again, or sorry, Sony ignoring gamers again, just not even really acknowledging anything. All of their social media is still just getting bombarded with people, and it's not just on Twitter or any other social media. It's like everywhere across the board on YouTube, everywhere. They're getting absolutely destroyed. It's rough, man. I don't know, man. Todd Howard came out, had an interview. Jez did a good job with his interview too. He has some pointed questions, man. He has some good questions, I think. I personally think that Xbox needed to, especially Bethesda, man, because Bethesda needed to do something to kind of talk about stuff. You know, and we'll get into these topics, man. There's a lot going on. I'm actually bringing all the topics up on my monitor over here on the left because there is so much, man. And in fact, I feel like I could go to like my YouTube channel and just look at the videos I made because I made so much coverage that I'm like, let me just look at this and see what we have going. Let's see. What did we do this week? All right. We have the developers talking Elder Scrolls. We're going to talk about that. We have id, basically what's happened to them and how they just came out and had all this stuff. Oh my God, it's the homie. So shady, the homie. Brother, what's the 9572? Why is that at the end of your name? I've never seen that. I don't even know if it's you anymore, but you got the little shield, so I'm almost certain it is you, brother. What's up, bro? Oh, perfect timing to refresh YouTube. Thanks, AJ. Aj? I don't even know. We have Sony's silence. We have Halo leaks. There's so much. Xbox's like real problem with Game Pass and how that's going, and like, is it a huge problem or is it not? There's so much, man. You always have power, brother. You always have power. Trust it explicitly. Man. AJ, got it. You two put that crap there? No, I put it there, bro. Yeah. And we're going to get into all of it, man. Like, I'm looking right now through Twitter posts, everything, trying to let everybody like kind of funnel in a little bit. Don't want to cover any of the big topics yet. You know, just kind of hang out on the chat. How's everybody doing today? What's everybody playing this week? I feel like that's something I want to kick off the shows with is like, what are people playing? For me, I've been playing Black Flag, Assassin's Creed. It made me really miss like just Assassin's Creed games. Like legitimately just missed them. Like, I just want an old school one. My favorite Assassin's Creed is Odyssey. Black Flag is great, but Odyssey is my favorite one of all time. And then probably right after that is number 2 and like Brotherhood, the Ezio collection. And then, of course, Origins. I like Origins a lot. What's up, Derek Leroy? How's it going, man? We're just talking about what games we played this week. So for me, it's been Assassin's Creed Black Flag, 007 First Light, which I have to say is a pretty damn good game, man. I don't know. It's very well done. And then we have, what else did I play? Oh, Doom the Dark Ages. That one. Doom the Dark Ages is great, man. No Rest for the Wicked is the last game I've been playing. Is that good? Because that's a game I almost bought. I know it's it's Moon Studios. Morning Hybrid or morning, afternoon, wherever you're from. Yeah, Moon Studios, they're the ones that made like Will of the Wisp, the Ori games. Those games were really great. I played both of them and enjoyed them thoroughly. So the No Rest for the Wicked's a game that's kind of been on like under the radar for me. It's good, AJ. I need to check it out, man. I need to check it out. There's so many good games like that just keep coming out I feel like this summer especially, like the summer's been freaking stacked. I feel like this whole year's been stacked and we're just like getting game after game after game. It's a mixture of Diablo meets Elden Ring. Sir? That's pretty fucking high praise because I love Diablo and I love Elden Ring. Those are 2 of my favorite games right there. That's I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna look for like a sale and grab it because it's been out for a little while. Was it pre? I think that game was like pre-alpha or whatever it was, like early access type of game. Simple Jack, what's up, man? By the way, banger name. I love that movie. Tropic Thunder is one of the best movies ever. Diablo 4, Wuthering Waves, Avowed, and Redfall. Maybe some Power Worlds. Bro, everybody is playing Power Worlds right now. Everyone. I'm not the biggest Power World fan. I know like it's a very Pokemon-y kind of thing. It's not really up there for me. Diablo 4 is amazing. That's one of my favorite games. I play Diablo 4 like crazy. I always go Barb. I always try to go like Paladin or other classes, and every single time I'm just going to Zug. I'm going to go Barb, and I'm going to whirlwind my ass to the top. I have fun doing it. Wuthering Waves looks cool. Avowed's amazing, by the way, Simple Jack. Play Avowed. Avowed, I put 80 hours in. I loved every minute of it. I don't care what people say. Fuzzy Tomato, what's up, man? It's still in early access. Get it before they bump it up the price for 1.1. Oh, okay. Makes sense. It never goes down in price like legit. Never go full return. Bro, it's like the greatest movie ever. He ain't being, what did it say? He ain't playing God. He's being judged by him. It's one of my favorite lines every time I like destroy someone. Web Dave, what's up, brother? AJ, it never goes down in price like legit. It just keeps holding its price, but when it comes out of early access, it 100% will go up in price, so grab it now. Okay. That's what everybody's saying. No Rest for the Wicked. Need to grab it now before it goes up in price, and they fully bring it out. So I guess the people in early access get a little bit of, here's a cheaper price. Thanks for supporting the game type of thing. And I mean, they didn't have Xbox backing them in that game. And I know they were, I think they're one of the only teams, like one of the only developers that's like fully remote. I think they're fully... Yeah. Yeah, if you look at this here. I know it's AI. You're playing Barb now too, Simple Jack? I told you, bro. Web Dave, it's good to see you, man. You bought it on sale for $20? Awesome. Oh, shit. Web Dave with the membership. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome to Little Zealot. Dude, I just created those things. And I know, I just like, out of like, whatever. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the member, Web. So if you look here, Moon Studios is fully distributed game development company, and they have 80 people across 43 countries, making it one of the first major studios to operate entirely remotely. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. See, Web Dave, I even got badges, bro. So I made these badges. Years ago, like these little emotes and shit. I made them years ago. And YouTube got rid of them, and then I didn't have them anywhere saved, so I had to reach out to the homie, Sean Labrie, shout out to the graphic designer, and he had them all saved. He's like, I don't delete anything, man. So he got them, and he just resent them to me. He's awesome, bro. I appreciate the membership, Web. Dave's a cool person, man. You guys need to watch his show. I have his show on in the background when I'm hanging out or taking care of the kid. I'll just have it in the background. It's awesome listening to him and Hargeet go and talk about everything, man. They're pretty cool people. So yeah. Moon Studios. All right. No rest for the wicked. Bro, the fraud alert, the baby carrots, he's going off with them. Yeah, so I've been playing the one game I got to say that stands out the most to me that I've been playing is Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations. Everybody needs to play that game. I don't care. The DLC is so good. It's like a mixture between Eternal and Dark Ages. It's like they kind of were like, how do we get like a happy medium? Because I feel like if you're a fan of Doom, to me, Eternal is like the best one ever. And it's like, Eternal is like, and I beat it like, I've beaten it like 4 times. So Eternal is awesome. And then you kind of go to the Dark Ages or Doom: The Dark Ages, and it's a very different game. And I actually love that gameplay style where it's like you have the shield, you're just fucking shit up. And it's so fun. Like you're just beating the shit out of demons all day. And you have the shield and you're not running and gunning. You're not jumping and gunning. You're charging and gunning. That's the way I saw it. It was a very different type of play style. And then they kind of like, in the expansion mixed the two. The DLC, they kind of put them all together and mixed the two. So I've always enjoyed that. I thought that difference was awesome. Well, let me bring up some of these posts. Hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate it, Web Dave. Everybody, please do that. Because you know what we're bringing up, everybody. We're going to tackle it, we're going to tackle it in stride here. And there's a lot to tackle in stride here. Because it feels like there's a lot going on in the gaming industry, everybody. Especially when it comes to Fallout, Bethesda, all of that. We all know what we're talking about. It's kind of funny that Todd Howard had an interview with Jez, who I think did a very good job in his interview, by the way. I think he asked him some pretty good questions that shed some light on some stuff, honestly. Kind of crazy. Web Dave, those emotes look sick in chat, dude. I'm so happy they came out the way they did. I've seen them come up a lot, but then like now that I see it like all in one scrunched up, I'm like, those are dope looking. I appreciate it, man. So what's the news that you guys are thinking of lately? Like, I feel like the big news is obviously Bethesda. I think that what's going on with, what's their face? Sony and the discs and what they're doing. I think that's huge. I like that, what do you call these people? Doom: The Dark Ages people came out. The studio heads came out and said, hey, we're not dead like you thought. We're going to be making games. And yeah, we lost some people, but we're still going to be out here making games. So there's also that. Let me see. Let's pause that. Boop, boop. We're just going on, boys. Halo Studios. I kind of want to talk about the physical disc stuff, though. I know it's been talked about a lot, but I want to talk about it a little bit more because there's some leaks. I don't know if it's true, but there's a lot of stuff going on with that. Gaz, you're the only one that's that color. Only one. But it's okay. I accept you for who you are. And bro, the only thing brown about you is when you fucking chat, we're gonna overshare right now. We're gonna overshare a little bit too much. Gaz on the regular sends random selfies of him just absolutely destroying a toilet. Yeah, you heard me right. I get disturbed. And since he's in like in Europe, I get that shit when I wake up. Like I'll get like a random picture of him just like like in it, and you can tell it's a toilet. Like the ambiance behind it, it's absolute shit, and it's terrible. Like it ruins my day every morning. Mirzi keeps Sony on their heels, bro. The whole industry is. The whole industry. We'll talk about Sony first. We'll go there first, and then we'll go into Bethesda. I think that's the good way of doing this, at least in my mind. Because I actually think that the Bethesda stuff, it's actually good news. It's like positive. It feels good. Intimate moments, Gaz? No, it's not. It's not an intimate moment at all. It's too intimate. It's a little too much. I don't need to see you on the toilet, brother. And you keep sending them. The only thing coming out of there is a Fonz video of him reading a tweet for 45 minutes. Everybody go watch Fonz's new video that he made. Because me and Gaz absolutely roasted him from his first video he made about the Bethesda stuff. Him sitting there for 65 minutes reading us a bedtime story of the fucking tweet. I love you, Fonz. You're my boy. But goddamn. You know what? We're going to get into it. Let me see this one. I think this is a good one to start with. And then this one. Sony physical games. These are great. These are great. All right. Quite charming. It was very intimate. All right, Chad. Let's set the stage here a little bit. Let's talk about PlayStation. You know what happened? Week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, they thought, let's get rid of physical games by 2028. Shouldn't be an issue. Let's get that going. Boy, oh boy, were they fucking wrong about that. We all know the backlash that's been happening on almost every single PlayStation post. It has been absolutely insane how much people are attacking them, which I'm happy for because they deserve the smoke. I've always correlated it with Xbox. If you remember, like 3 years ago or 2 years, I don't know how long ago, a few years ago, Xbox decided, we're going to make Xbox Live $120 a year instead of $60, basically doubling the price. And everybody attacked them. I made a video about it. Every Xbox influencer made a video about it. Everybody on social media attacked them. It was rough. And everybody had them in 24 hours reverse that call. They made it $60 again and we're like, our bad. That's on us. We tried squeezing money out of you. And that's what happened. PlayStation, on the other hand, makes this announcement and everybody on social media, everyone everywhere is attacking them and going at them, rightfully so. And they have been utterly silent to the point of it's deafening. And I have to say that there's a lot of reports coming out for the next few days. And it's really rough because they just seem like they don't care. That was Ragey. That was the last time Xbox community had a backbone. Bro, they still do to some extent. And I think lately it's been this. We'll get into it with Bethesda and everything else. But I honestly think that a lot of the people within the Xbox community do not care about like a lot of the layoffs and a lot of the things hitting Xbox. And they don't care at all. Like they're like, dude, we want games. You haven't been delivering. And a lot of gaming community and especially Xbox gamers have been like on the side of, hey, you know what? Shit happens. Sorry that you got laid off, but we don't care. We're not going to sit there and have kumbaya on social media for you. In fact, we're going to get even irritated and say some of you deserved it. That's what I see on social media. And that's what I've seen in the comment section of my videos, man. It's rough. But to go back, I digress. To go back to PlayStation, Moore's Law is Dead has had like a couple reports that claims that some studios that pay for Sony to promote their games are upset with the company. Bro. Yeah. Have you guys seen like that Sword Art Online and all those studios that were paying for basically advertisement on PlayStation? They were getting roasted. According to the comments, they don't like that every promotional post ends up flooded with comments featuring users' completely valid protests over Sony's decision to abandon physical format. Meanwhile, Sony is sticking to its strategy of ignoring the controversy in the hope that over time the situation will calm down. However, if the discontent continues, some studios might rethink their collaboration with the company. What people don't understand is this thing. They pay for it, right? Because PlayStation has a large reach. Either their Twitter does or their social media on YouTube. It has a huge reach across the board. That's what everybody needs to understand. So they pay a lot of money to promote their games on the platform leader. That's what happens, right? That's what everybody wants. They want to get their game in front of so many people, and PlayStation's the way to do it. The problem is you're paying for this, and all that people are talking about in the comment section is that they're killing physical discs. You're not promoting your game. You're paying thousands of dollars to Sony for no reason. Like legitimately. Remember the quality of games with gold dropped by 500% after canceling the price hike? Yeah, Rachel, I remember that games with gold died, and I think part of that's Game Pass, to be quite honest with you, man. Bobby Singh, what's up? What's good, everyone? Good, man. How you doing? PlayStation dead? Shut up, Fonz. PlayStation is dying. I don't know about that. So, it's kind of like true, right? Why would a third-party publisher or somebody trying to promote their game even give their money to PlayStation when all they see is people not even discussing the game and they're just discussing what's happening with physical? It's the hardest thing to see because even their own game. Did anybody see the new Wolverine trailer? We're gonna look that up real quick. The new Wolverine trailer, which looks fucking dope, by the way, I might add. I'm going to just call it like I see it. The new Wolverine trailer, Ain't No Hero trailer, looks dope. Like, straight up, looks cool. Like, I don't know if anybody saw this, but it looks like a dope trailer. Like, this is a really cool trailer. I thought they did a really good job with the promotional. I thought people loved it. The trailer, dude, the trailer is at your fucking tripping, Fonz. The trailer looks dope as shit. Look at this thing. And I feel like they brought it out because they're like, we got to get something positive out there. We're getting roasted. This looks like a PS4 game. Y'all tripping. Haters, bro. Sabretooth's right there. Fucking shut up. I personally think it looks cool. And the problem is, though, when you go to the comment section, Ruben out here fighting for his last piece of physical media. People are just Wolverine's treasured photograph shows. The comment became physical. We want physical discs. All this stuff is all about physical discs, bro. Everything's about physical discs. That's all. They can't get away from it. The cinematics look dope, dude. I don't know what everybody's talking about. I think this looks cool shit. I don't know what y'all tripping. Trailer looked okay. I'll say the gameplay looked cool. I think it's more linear, so people were expecting like a big open world. But man, everybody's just roasting them for this Wolverine. Like, it looks cool. Like, I think it looks all right. And all of a sudden, it's just, again, all the comment section, all about physical. I'm glad it could buy it physical. Who knew? You know who isn't the hero? The killer of physical. Brother, they're roasting them. Absolutely roasting them. The comments are beautiful, Rainbolt. Mo. Been about a week, I think. It has been about a week. She looks homely? Fuck are you talking about, Negan? Wow. Cinematic looks so dope. It does look cool. I think it looks cool. That's just me. I could be wrong. You guys can have your opinion, but the moral of the story is that even on their own games, like from Insomniac, it looks rough. They're doing a great job at hiding that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on Wolverine. They've ruined every game. Have they really worked on it? It does look awesome. I didn't know Sweet Baby Inc. worked on it, man. Are they even working on shit anymore? Like, what have they done? I feel like, what do you call that game? The one with the teens in Oakland, but it's not really a teens in Oakland. Mixtape. Ooh, Sweet Baby Inc. mixtape. Did they work on it? Annapurna Interactive. I think they did. I don't know. I'm trying to look it up, but I don't know if they did. Sweet Baby Inc. That mixtape game is so bad, man. I tried it. I know people loved it, and I was like, it's there. I'll download it and check it out. I absolutely hated that game. I couldn't get through it. The people were not likable. The characters were not likable. It was so annoying. Just seeing them, like, it didn't even feel like a game. You're just kind of like walking around, and then you're using it. Just sucked. I did not like that damn game. Marvel characters are traditionally hot. Not there. Oh my God. Fonz is looking at Wolverine like, he's looking hot. Negan, all of that is cinematic, zero gameplay like a rock star. You're not wrong. Fucking facts. Everybody's spending so much money, they haven't seen a single gameplay mechanic from GTA because they know it's going to be a good game. Like, everybody's like, you know what? We're good. We'll do it. It looks awesome, but that just remakes more angry at Sony. Yeah, it does make you more angry. See, and that's actually true because everybody's thinking like the true test is going to be when Wolverine drops and when the PS6 drops. Because I don't know if everybody saw this. Let me go to Twitter real quick. I think I just saw it. This one. This is how many people, if we want to vote with our wallets, Black Ops 2 draws 5.25 million PS5 players in 1 week. That was a digital only. This is a game that Sony's going to use to justify their decision. Straight up, I'm telling you right now. They're going to look at this and be like, look, an old Black Ops game got 5.25 million people. And it's only digital. We're good, guys. And I guarantee you, I guarantee you, like, look, oh, actually, Black Ops 2 got 5.25 million players and Black Ops 1 got 1.96, so basically 2 million players. I guarantee you they're going to use this in GTA as a justification of why they're doing it. I'm telling you, man. You know why ponies wish for Blade to be canceled? Because deep down they want it. Negan, you're not wrong. As a kid, I loved superheroes until I hit my 30s and lost interest. Actually, like, I've always loved comic books and stuff like that. And even when I was older, I always read them. I always read comics forever, man. I'd always read comics. Like, even now, I read comics every day. I read, like, the Absolute series on DC. I read comics all the time. I just love it. It's just something that's in me. I just love it. But this is crazy. Like, and I know the Black Ops 1 and 2 is like a cult classic. People love it. But this is how they're going to justify, right here. This is how they're going to justify everything when it comes to digital. What's up, Be Nice? Good to see you, man. This is how they're going to justify it right here. And so all the third-party people are still going to pay for their advertisement because they think, hey, people are going to buy this shit on Sony anyways because nobody cares. Which brings us to this. The Gamer had a report that said 62% of countries won't have access to PlayStation Store on digital exclusive PS6. Crazy. What is with the ads every few minutes? I have no idea. I don't put ads in. What does that mean? Like, you talking about in here? I have no idea, bud. YouTube does everything automatically now, man. I used to be able to manually put shit in. Can't do it anymore. I was going to buy a PS5 Pro just for GTA 6. Buy now with no disc. I bought a PS5 Pro before they did the price hike and before they announced the physical stuff. It's a good system. It runs things really well. And I wanted to play a bunch of like Wolverine and Ghost of Yotei and the games that they have. Like, I thought the new God of War, I was going to play it there, but nope. Anyways, this thing is crazy that they're going to basically go away and ignore 62% of countries that don't have like access to PSN. Physical discs aren't just more convenient in some parts of the world where the average internet connection is substantially worse. They're a requirement. 121 countries aren't able to make PSN accounts, which means that they are unable to use PlayStation Store in a digital exclusive future, which looks likely for the PS6 after Sony announced plans to cease production of game discs in 2028. Dude. 62% of countries, Shady, are irrelevant. Yeah, they don't care. That's literally what they're saying. YouTube wants you to go premium. 100% it does, dude. Always. I went and I can't go back. It's not happening. Yeah, this is what basically Sony's saying is that they don't care about these countries because they're irrelevant to the overall marketplace that they have. And I've always said that one of the things that Xbox has a pretty decent market on is North America, South America, and Britain. They have like a decent market there. They sell consoles there. Japan, not even close. Other parts of Europe, not that great. Sony's very global. They have a lot of stuff all over the world. And I see this as an opportunity for them to just like kind of hurt that. Because if it's 62% of countries won't have access, they're basically saying those countries don't matter. That's what they're saying. Like, they don't matter to the overall economic push of what we're trying to do with PlayStation. Premium is the best sub. It truly is. Why, bro? My buddy has a PS5 Pro and the games to me don't really look that different. Well, Mike, it's not about like, okay, so, right, like I'm not a main PlayStation guy, so I don't play most of my games on there. I've played a few games on there and they look great on it, but it's more for like their exclusives because I've always said I don't buy a console or I don't buy a new piece of hardware unless I have like 5 or 6 games or 7 games I want to play on it, and they have those exclusives. And since they're not coming to PC anymore, I was like, screw it, I'm going to get one. And then when I got it, like 3 days later, they announced the price hike, so I'm happy about it. They can't beat the Blade movies with Wesley Snipes. Spider-Man can't hold a lick of wax to it, bro. Those Blade movies, that opening scene is so dope. And I want to know what chat thinks. If you've seen the Blade movies, which one do you? I'm not gonna even give you. If you say the third one, I'm gonna get irritated. Which one do you like more? I like the second one the best. I think like when he teams up with the vampire, I think that's so dope. I thought that whole crew of vampires were cool. I thought the opening scene was cool. I thought the ending, the climax, everything was so good in that one. I thought that was such a good movie. So they can't use the Netflix or other streaming service either. This just in, the world isn't equal. Nope, it's not. And they can't use Netflix. They can't use anything else, so they don't care. Be nice. Wolverine's trailer looks fire. Xbox needs to go to Arcane and give Blade the eye test. I don't think they're going to... It's going to take a few months for Arcane to take a little bit for Arcane to fall away from Xbox because they're getting rid of them. That's what I think. Third one because of Triple H. Hell yeah. Time to play the game. I think Arcane, because of the European labor laws, they're going to be going bye-bye, but it just takes a little while. We all know that. They've kind of mentioned it. Like, they said that that's going to happen, and so they're going to be irrelevant and gone. And Blade is going to do whatever Blade is doing. I don't even know if they're doing that, but apparently they are like they had a budget of $100 million, I believe, and they've gone over it. So Arcane and Blade are gone. And I wonder what's going to happen now with everything that once they are gone, like how do they stand on their own 2 feet? Blade would never have the budget of Wolverine. It's just not possible. No, but it's apparently reaching that budget over $100 million. That's the best one. Jay Slayer. First Blade film was the best. Rainbolt. Okay. People like the first one. All right. Oh, no, Cyber Gunther likes the second one. All right. I like the second one the most. I think that one's the best one. I like the first one. Like, the opening scene is dope. It's a lot of fun, but the second one is way better to me. Second one is so good. I just like the Ron Perlman is in there, bro. Like, what are we doing? So, yeah. Anyways. Now, we're going to go to... Because this is like something I've seen with also PlayStation, is that people are wondering... Why aren't if there's not going to be any physical discs, right? Wouldn't the digital be cheaper? Not even close. We have this thing saying a former PlayStation executive says players shouldn't expect digital games to get cheaper once physical discs are gone. Speaking to Insider Gaming, former PlayStation store boss Gordon Thornton said publishers decide game prices and the industry would prefer to maximize revenue however possible instead of cutting prices. Thornton said publishers have never wanted digital games to be cheaper than physical copies because they want to keep prices at the same across different stores and regions. He also said the extra money from digital sales helps pay for the rising cost of making modern games. Number one thing about this, and I never understood it, is I don't know why people thought physical games would be more expensive than digital, because they think they can just download this and go over there. Like, oh, we're just downloading it. Do people understand how much it costs to like manage a database in a data center that keeps all these games and then transfer it over? I personally think that digital games and gaming in general, especially if they're distributing them digitally, are going to get more expensive. I mean, hard drives and space and all of that are like a premium right now. All this like hardware costs so much money, man. Like so much money. And I get that you're saying like, oh, they need to have a factory to make the discs, distribute them, transport them, and then of course put them at brick and mortar where people can buy them. I understand that. But that doesn't take away the fact that a lot of the digital games cost a lot of money to distribute itself. Like, you got to think about it. Anywhere in the world, or at least not in 62 other countries, but over here, you just go on your PlayStation or you go on even Steam or you go wherever you want and you just hit download and you're downloading like 100 gig game. That's insane. That's a lot of infrastructural power that you need. Like, honestly. Shady. Wolverine's likely kicking in the front. Yeah, dude, it's probably high up there, bro. The IP alone. I think, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Spider-Man. Like, the kickback to Disney to use Spider-Man was insane. It was like insane amount of money. And they were just using it to like basically prop up the console. Yeah, you wouldn't have Blade 2 without Blade 1 being... Yeah, you're right. But overall, I think that the physical thing is like... that the test of everybody, like they've posted online, like people are buying like God of War Ragnarok, which is an older game. It's a couple years older. It's like $20, $25 physical right now. Like out there. You can go find it at like Best Buy or GameStop, whatever. It's like $20, $25. And then the digital version is still $70. They want to just control the price. And it's only going to get worse because they need to distribute these games, and data centers and everything else cost so much money to upkeep, man. Be nice. I'm rooting for Arcane to put out a great Blade game. But with all that's going on, I can think realistically and understand the circumstance. Yeah, be nice. I don't. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it without. I think they're going to get the backing of Microsoft. Like every studio that got let go was given the money and leeway to kind of push their game out. I don't know if Arcane's going to get the same. They probably will, but I just don't know if they can stand on their own. I feel like a lot of these studios, quite frankly, would have been gone by now if they were not attached to Microsoft and Game Pass. If they weren't given basically Microsoft money to do what they want and then they just sat there and squandered it, I don't think a lot of them would have been around. That's just me. Marvel games make Disney money. They get Sony exposure. Yep. Shady said it perfectly. Disney makes a shit ton of money and Sony gets like a big IP that they can prop up. And it costs a lot of money, and I'm sure Sony makes a decent amount of money from it, but it's about getting the PlayStation in people's homes so they can buy other games too. I've always said that there's some big franchises that cost a lot of money, like a Gears is like 400 million, as they say, but that's for the whole studio, and a bunch of other stuff that costs a lot of money, but it actually just brings people into the ecosystem. It's like a sunk cost. It's like I've always correlated it with Costco's like hot dogs that are $1.50. They lose money on that. Or the chickens, the rotisserie chickens, they lose money on that, but it gets people in the store and they buy other shit. That's the whole point. That's to me what exclusives are for. They're premium experiences and good, and it's yours, and then you get people onto your platform. That's the whole point of it. The developers, Rachie, the developers who are going to suffer are niche and some indie games. Many niche titles thrive with physical copies sold at premium to collectors. I feel like Power World and Slay the Spire, all these other games, they're smaller. I don't know if they have physical. They don't really have that much physical games, man. Like the small indie games. Did Expedition 33 have like a physical release? Yeah, Costco gets me every time, bro. Every time, though. It's a form of advertising. It is a form of advertising, man. It is. It's a form of getting people onto the platform. That's what Spider-Man's going to do. That's what Wolverine's going to do. And yeah, you have your homegrown stuff, but you need those big IPs to bring people in. And I'm telling you, man, these Fallouts and these Elder Scrolls, I wouldn't be surprised if they're exclusive. In my opinion, Insomniac are making a big mistake just being a factory for Marvel games. Well, they got sold for like pennies, bro, because they didn't have any IPs. The reason why studios sell for so much is because they have IPs attached to them. That's why Bungie cost $3.6 billion. That's why Bethesda cost like $8 or $9 billion. It's because of the IP. It's not because of we have all this like great talent here, you're going to get them. No, that's overhead now. What they want is IPs. And Insomniac got bought for, how much did Insomniac get bought? How much did Sony? Here. Like, look, this is, bro. Okay. Everybody says, right? How much, like, don't Google it, please. How much do you think Insomniac bought, or Sony bought Insomniac for? Because let's just say Gears of War E-Day, the rumor is that the budget was $400 million. How much was Insomniac for? I feel like some people know. I'm going to put it up right now. $229 million to acquire them. Because they didn't have any IP associated with them. None. None at all. That's insane. It costs more to fucking make Gears. Crazy work. Crazy work. That's nothing, man. It's a drop in the bucket. Was it finalized in was that 2019? Oh yeah, because Spider-Man was 2018. And then they bought them after that. Damn, that was so long ago, bro. Holy shit. Crazy. They have Ratchet and Clank, Raichi. I get what you're saying. Like, Insomniac has Ratchet and Clank, but Ratchet and Clank ain't the big IP that people think, at least in my mind. I don't see them as that. Overshot it by 70 million, but that correct. They were just a team of devs with zero IP. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Ratchet and Clank, right? But like they don't have like big IPs that people want, is what I'm trying to say. They stop making Marvel games at some point. What will they do then? I don't know. Make something that is in there that they own. I don't know. Do they own the IP to Sunset Overdrive? I don't think that's going to move the needle for them either, though. Jay Slayer, you're saying the same exact thing. Do they did Xbox let them have Sunset Overdrive? I think it did because it didn't sell. I beat Sunset Overdrive actually recently, like 2 or 3 years ago. It's a fun game. That's just what it is. It's a fun game, and it felt like a precursor to fucking what Spider-Man is now. And if you saw the leaks a few years ago, Marvel takes a huge chunk of the profit from PlayStation's Marvel games. Yeah, Beer Baron. That's what we were just saying. They take a lot of money from them, bro. A lot of money. And just so everybody knows, like, Sony's first-party single-player games sell very well physically. Like, their physical discs sell extremely well. I mean, you can see my PS4 Pro behind me, the PlayStation one, the Spider-Man one. I wanted that one. They sell very well. Their physical discs sell well, the single-player ones. Ratchet and Clank is like Blade. People believe it's bigger than it really is. Ooh. Chat, do you agree with that? I don't know. I think Blade's bigger than Ratchet and Clank. I think Ratchet and Clank has a following. You know what? What is it? Rift Apart? We're going to look up Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Oh, it did better than I thought. 4 million units worldwide. That's not bad. It cost 81 million to make. I'll give Insomniac that. It's not too bad. It's not horrible. 4 million's okay for. I feel like 4 million's okay for a game like that. And $81 million, less than 100 million to make. That's not bad. I think Ghost of Yote cost 60 million to make. So, shit. Anybody know what Spider-Man the game? What that budget was? Yo. $315 million to produce. Holy shit. That's a lot of fucking money, chat. That's a lot of money. They have at least another decade of Marvel games lined up, so you don't need to worry about that anytime soon. Yeah, Fuzzy, there's a rumor that they're going... There's a rumor that they're making an X-Men game. They're making a Venom game. They are just like going to be the Marvel, like PlayStation Marvel exposure, putting it out there and moving along. Yeah, Rachel, Sunset could get a FPS boost. Played on PC, man. I played it on PC and it looks great on there. I think Xbox will own the publishing rights to Sunset Overdrive. I don't know if it does. I think they sold it. I think they just gave it to them. Bro. If Microsoft want to get into the superhero game with something iconic, they could straight up buy Spawn outright. I would not say Spawn. I've always said that I want a Punisher game. I think Punisher would be dope. I've said this multiple times. That's just me. I think Punisher would be a dope-ass game. That I want like a dope Punisher game in the vein of Max Payne 3 that Rockstar made. That's what I want. I don't know about you guys. If we're going to go superhero, right? Like in Max Payne, and Punisher isn't like a fantastical, it's very grounded. So you can make it pretty dope, have him fight some dope criminals and just take them out and make it gory and bloody. Yeah, I played a PC, but sometimes it looked like to play on the console. Yeah, chilling on the console, that's what I do, man. I enjoy playing on both, but sometimes you want to walk away from your PC. Yes, but Punisher's Marvel. Marvel comes with huge overheads. Yeah, they do, AJ, but I'm just saying, like, that one would be dope for me. I would like a Punisher game to just like I would get so immersed in that, so grounded. But it wouldn't be as expensive as like a fucking Spider-Man, brother. We went down a rabbit hole of like what games to make. Crazy. You know what else is funny about the physical thing? The CEO of fucking GameStop was like, we don't even give a shit. Like, he's like, fuck physical. GameStop CEO told Bloomberg that he is not concerned about PlayStation's decision to abandon the physical format. He's like, fuck you. We don't need it. It's only a small part of our business. He pointed out the chain sells more Funko Pop figures than physical formats. Brother. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? That GameStop fucking CEO didn't give a shit, dude. He was so like, give a fuck. That's why we have collectible shit. That's why I have toys now. We knew it was going this way. That's wild. And honestly, if they didn't have like their employees, when's the last time anybody went into a GameStop? Like, I'm just wondering. I'm just legitimately wondering. It's been years for me. I don't even want to. I would sometimes get old games and trade them in. Like, I'm never going to play this. I'll trade this in and get a game. And it used to be, I felt like it used to be a little fair. Like, they would give you something, some store credit. And then, like, you'd get Game Informer magazine and a game when you turn in some stuff. Because they would turn around and sell it. Now it was like, do you want insurance on your game? I'm like, what? Insurance? Like, do you want this? Do you want these points? Do you want that? It's like they trained their employees to constantly badger you with shit, and it sucked. It's like, maybe if you didn't do that, we would be fine. But instead, they're like, nah, dude, fuck physical. We don't give a shit. That CEO's crazy. I honestly, I laughed when I read it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this guy doesn't give a shit, and I kind of like it. I like the energy. It was funny to me, man. That was I based ass freaking CEO, just like, we don't care. Fuck Sony. Fuck everyone. Come get toys, bitch. Do they sell Pokemon cards? Because I feel like that's a moneymaker right there. Everybody that sells Pokemon cards sell out in like 6 seconds because these grown ass men run and get those Pokemon cards. Bro, Rainbow prototype game would be dope. Sorry, I'm just seeing the chat catching up. Sotnest based GameStop CEO, bro, for real. My local GameStop has retro games again. I can't see why they went eBay now. Yeah. Just bought my Xbox 360 games weeks ago. Nice, man. Game stores were better. Do you mean electronics boutique, bro? Yeah, it's Pokemon card. They do sell Pokemon. I knew it. Brother, the amount of... I don't even want to search Pokemon on here, like cards. I don't get it. I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I don't understand. Like, okay, full disclosure. I have full evolution because I used to play Pokemon cards when I was a kid and I used to collect them and I liked them. I used to go to Toys R Us and compete and have a good time doing it. I would win badges. I would always beat people because I had a really good deck. I knew how to play the game. I had a really good time. So I would get all these like badges, right? I still have all my old Pokemon from when I was like in the 3rd grade. And I have them in a 5-star binder. If everybody remembers 5-star, like zipped up clean. And all my Pokemon cards in there. So I have full evolution of Charizard, Bulbasaur, Venusaur from like the 3 evolutions. I have them all. And my friends want to see it because they want to know how much each card is worth because some of them don't have it anymore. They don't have those cards. I have like potentially like a Charizard like 1st edition. I don't even know, to be quite honest. I got to go look at them. I just haven't had the time. Most people are like, bro, go look at them. Do you know how much those are worth? Because I used to have 2 of each card or 3 of each card. One of the cards I would play with, so I didn't care how it got damaged. The other one was a backup for my ones that I play with in case they got damaged. And then I had ones that I never touched. And those were just sit there and, you know, I just wanted to collect them. I did that with some of my comic books too. I have old comic books that I would collect from like the 90s. But those Pokemon cards are still there chilling. And everybody wants to see what they are because they're the old first Pokemon that would come out. It's crazy. There's 4 to 5 different stores in the mall, but they sell Pokemon cards. Yeah, everybody sells Pokemon cards, man. I've seen people at I forgot what store it was, but I've seen like grown men just sitting there lining up for Pokemon cards. I've heard that people have tracked people, like they put trackers on fucking people to like delivery trucks to make sure they know where they're stopped. It's crazy. The Pokemon like grind getting Pokemon cards is real. Jay Slayer, people going there, they always go to GameStop and they're actually looking at games. Yeah, like it's been a while since I've gone in there to get a game. I usually just go to Target or I go to Best Buy now. Bobby Sai could be worth some decent money, bro. Worth finding out and maybe insure your collection. Dude, that's literally what my friends have told me. They've told me to go get them, look at them, and see if I could get them graded. Or go get them like 10s or 9, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. Scalpers, those are everywhere. Bro, that's all I see is like people like just scalping the shit out of Pokemon. And it's so weird to me. Like it's that important to people. I'm not a big collector. I like collecting this stuff up here that you see. Like the figures and all that. Like I enjoy that, but I don't go crazy for it anymore. I used to buy a couple here and there. Then I was like, what am I doing? Like I'm just going to get a few that I like and put them up there and that's it. But with Pokemon, I know a lot of people that go crazy for it. And I know there's Magic the Gathering. I used to play that. But yeah, I should probably go look at my like 5-star binder. I don't even think I have it here. I think it's at like my fucking parents' house or something, man. I need to go look at that. Does anybody here collect Pokemon? I'm just actually wondering. Like I want to know how deep it goes. But I talked about the physical disc last time, how Sony doesn't give a shit. They just want to like push things on you, make sure that you guys are doing what they want and how you consume their products because, hey, we control the market and we don't want you to buy games anywhere else because we want you to spend as much money in the digital world. The next one I want to touch up on is Hugo Martin, the game director for Doom. If everybody remembers, there's videos everywhere about like, it is dead. id Tech got demolished. All the developers came out. Kumbaya signs out on the street, all pissed off. We got laid off. They're never going to make a Doom. I don't know how they're going to do it. Well, this fucker came out and he was like, no, we're fine. We're going to keep making Doom. In fact, we're already doing that. There have been reports that we've been nerfed into the ground and gutted, and we are not. We have 50 people, and that's not true. We're the size we were when we made Doom 2016, and the id Tech is very much alive and well. You have to understand, we have id Tech engineers both in Frankfurt and, at Machine Games, which I mentioned in a video, that they have people in Machine Games and collaborate with them fully. We collaborate quite a bit. So, the id Tech is there, the Doom team is here, and we're excited to work on and to share with you guys more of what we're working on in the future when it's appropriate and approved. I made a video about them laying people off, and it was really bad because a lot of reports came out from like credible journalists that were like, yeah, they apparently gutted the id Tech team, the team working on the engine. And I was like, hold on, like what the fuck? I'm glad he came out and kind of squashed that. The studio that wasn't touched was Machine Games. That's dope. I'm glad they didn't touch Machine Games because I know Wolfenstein didn't sell that well, but I'm genuinely a huge fan of the Indiana Jones game they made. I think that game was fucking awesome. I thought that was like top tier, like game of the year contender. I just really enjoyed the game. It felt like an Indiana Jones movie, but in a game form. It was just fucking great. I'm trying to build a man cave. Definitely needed to put SNES and Sega. Nice, man. I got a chronic illness, so I bought digital for like 3 years. Hey, Jay Slayer, you got to do what you got to do. Trying to get more energy. I hope you feel better, man. Glad you're recovering. That's awesome. Rachy, fuck off, bro. Mom and Dad, soon? Are you back? Nah, you got out of my way. I'm going to go look at my Pokemon cards, man. Hell yeah. Got to get them Pokemon. I want to see how much they're worth now because everybody's like telling me to go do that. Mad Mo's right. Don't believe anything unless it's coming from Xbox. Yeah, man. You're not wrong. They're still functional, but they really do lose some serious talent, especially stateside. Yeah, I mean, of course you're going to lose some people, but is it the talent or is it the 14 layers? Right? Anybody remember that? Like the 14 layers of management to make a fucking game or make a decision on something. That's insane. And honestly, he doesn't sound like annoyed, Hugo. He sounds kind of like, yeah, it's very much alive and well, and we're doing good. ItTech's doing great, and we're already working on our next game. That's it. I'm sure Asha and Matt Booty and all the team went over there, spoke to Hugo and the team and said, listen, man, you have way too many people. We need to start cutting stuff. We need to be a little bit more profitable. And I'm fine with that. I don't know about everybody else. I'm like a big fan of this studio specifically. I love Doom the Dark Ages, and I think Revelations is fun as hell. But I want them to keep making games. And I still want them to collaborate with Machine Games because both of them together make really good games, man. I'm a big fan of Dark Ages. It just shows why it's worth supporting games when it matters. Yeah. Doom the Dark Ages is a great game. I bought the collector's edition. I have it on Steam. I have it on Xbox. I bought it multiple times. I have Doom Eternal on multiple platforms because I just want to play it whenever. I have it installed. It's like one of those games I keep installed. So I'm happy this is happening. My corporate curiosity wants to know where all the damn management was. Fucking hanging out, brother. They're chilling. They don't care. They're just going to join a few meetings, say what they need to say. It's made by a committee. There's a bunch of people that are going to come in there that are not technical and not engineers and try to tell the engineers what to do. That's what these management people do. There's a reason why there's technical product managers and technical project managers because they understand the tech enough to explain it to the executives. Engineers, while good at what they do, aren't the best at explaining shit, and they don't want to be in meetings. As somebody in the tech field, I've always said multiple times, let's not get the engineers in fucking meetings. Move them out of the meetings. I want them to go do engineering shit. I want them to go do what they need to do. Let's give them guidance and then move on. That's what good managers do, at least in the tech field. When you keep constantly not making decisions and not putting your engineers in the right place to go, then you're fucked. Like, that's what it is. If you're not letting them, hey, go do this, go do that, we'll handle the rest of it. We'll handle the kind of nitty gritty over here. Engineer, go do what you're doing, man. You're doing a great job. That's it. Get them in once a week in your meeting. Tell them what the next steps are, what your goals are, what their goals are, if they're running into anything, and that's it. You move on. Like, that's how I would treat all engineers I worked with. Just go do your job, and I'm happy. Like, your job as an engineer, man. This 14 layers of management, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And in fact, I think that we need to get to this part, which is the Asha Sharma and fucking Bethesda having a freaking bomb dropped on everybody today. Crazy Friday news. Wasn't a fan of the Shield or Music Slayer. The music was different. The Shield, I was a huge fan of. Hey, Talos. The music I was a big fan of. The most notable one is the lead art director for the entire modern Doom trilogy. He was there 12 years. Yeah. But I also think Romero, that guy, Hugo, I think he was part of that too, man. He was a huge, like, Hugo Martin's talked about, like, he just wants to make games, man. He's like, I'll make Doom games my whole life, and I'm good. I'm a happy clam. So I think he's good. Doom third-person action / platformer with Dark Ages parry and platforming would be dope. Bro, that's a fucking sick idea. It'd be nice. That's a sick idea. Like a super brutal, like medieval guns, freaking shield and sword and mace. You know what it reminds me of? I'm about to blow your guys' mind. Tell me if anybody remembers this game. It reminds me of this. Tell me if anybody remembers this fucking game. Does anybody remember this game? Too Human? Anybody remember this game? I thought this game was so good when it came out. I fucking loved this game. And I think it was made by Silicon Knights, is what they were called. I thought this game was so ahead of its time. Like, legitimately ahead of its time. That's me. It was so good. It kind of reminds me of that. You have a copy, you never played it? Don't play it now. Like, it's a little rough now. Like, I've actually gone back and emulated it, and it's a little rough. It's a little rough. But it was such a good game. Never seen it be nice. This game was so hyped for me It was so cool, and it has like swords and guns. And that's what Doom could be, is like some version of this. Like, I don't know, man. This game had like so much potential to me. And then the studio got fucking worked, and this game did not sell for shit. I brought this game up multiple times over my YouTube life. I love this game, man. It was so good. Plus, it looked dope. Like, look at this. This looks dope. Swords and guns and just having a good time. That's what this game was, man. So good at the time. That's what I would like a third-person Doom to look like. Something like this. Obviously with modern controls and shit like that. But something like this, it would look so good. It's free on Xbox, Talos. Yeah, I remember they brought it like a few years ago and it's free. People could check it out now. I might download this and just go back to it and check it out. Because I remember loving this game so much, man. It was so good. But, hey, at least id Tech is making games and they're still making Doom. But now let's get into the big news, which dropped today, and I think everybody knows what it is. It's the Bethesda one, and let's go let's go to like the homie, Asha Sharma. She's out there. She's talking. She's posting. She's doing what she needs to do, and I'm totally fine with it. This is what she had to say. Todd Howard just shared plans for Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield franchises. By the way, chat, this is the first time she mentioned Starfield in all of the bloodbath and all the news that's coming out. This is the first time she has ever mentioned Starfield. Every other one, the big franchises were like Call of Duty and Minecraft and Halo and Gears and, all the other ones. Never mentioned Starfield until now. These worlds have earned a special place with hundreds of millions of people over many years. I'm looking forward to what's next, including the partnership with Obsidian on the new Fallout game, confirming that, by the way. And closer collaboration with ZeniMax Online. By the way, ZeniMax Online Studios, for the Elder Scrolls game, they got hit the hardest, bro. They got, like, a lot of layoffs. ZeniMax Online got fucking roasted. The achievements of these franchises are remarkable. Talked about how Skyrim sold 65 million units, becoming one of the top 10 best-selling games of all time. Same with Fallout, 35 million units. Enjoyed in the top 25, and Starfield will soon reach 1 billion hours played. They didn't put the sales numbers of Starfield up, that bitch. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, no sales numbers for Starfield, huh? I didn't like Starfield that much. Yeah. I found a sealed copy of 2 Human on eBay. Sealed? Dope. I know it's free. I'm going to download that shit on Xbox now. I want to check it out again. Raichi, so high guard on single play. Sir? Sir, this is a Denny's. You need to calm the fuck down. What the hell are you talking about? High guard? Did you bring up high guard with this game? 2 Human? No. Don't do that. Don't bring a fucking failed live service game that I enjoyed a little bit, but, I understand it was shit. No, don't do that, sir. 2 Humans fucking dope. I kind of feel like fighting you now. Kind of irritating me. Talking that shit. Anyways, now that you got me all flustered, Raichi, dick. Okay, cool. That's what Todd Howard said. And then they brought out this whole fucking dissertation. Bethesda went off, dude. If this was like the Phil Spencer era, like, I don't know what to say. Like, nothing would have been done. They would have let the rumors just fucking fly, bro. Everybody knows that. Game Pass is carrying Starfield. Dude, 100% Negan. Game Pass 100% carried Starfield. 100% carried them. It's not close, bro. 100% Game Pass carried Starfield to me. That game does not sell well. In fact, we're gonna do some searching. See, like, it had a good peak, right? Like, these are the Steam charts. Starfield had a decent peak. Like, that's a pretty good peak of, like, that's how many sales they've had. And then you look at how many people are playing it now. Like, what are we doing here? And you know what? Let's look up Fallout. Let's look up Fallout 4. Fallout 4 has more people than Starfield right now. More people. You know I got to do it. You know I got to do it. See, there's like 16 editions of this fucking game, so I don't even know which one to click. This, look, 31,000, brother. So 31,000, right? 13,000, 4,000. I wonder what fucking franchise you should concentrate on. Maybe Elder Scrolls. Maybe that's the franchise you should look to. I don't know. What did Asha say? Elder Scrolls? 65 million units sold for Elder Scrolls Skyrim? And then Fallout's 35? Maybe that's 65? I don't know. Maybe you should make another fucking Elder Scrolls. Pissing me off. God, as you can tell, like, Fallout's cool. I like Fallout. I've enjoyed some of the games. Decent. It's okay. I'm not the biggest Fallout fan. I did not like Starfield. Skyrim and Elder Scrolls is my shit. I played the fuck. You know what? Let's look up Oblivion. Let's look up the remaster. 1,000. I played the fuck out of this game, by the way. The Oblivion remaster. When they dropped that, I was all over it. I was a no-lifer in the corner. I was just having a blast with this fucking game. Rainbow, Skyrim is still the shit. I freaking love that game. Bro, it's so good. I think Todd said Starfield was 17 million players so far. Okay. But still, like, what are we doing here? I don't know. I think they need to concentrate on that. That's just my personal opinion. But now let's get into, like, Bethesda Game Studios having their big, say Game Pass will never die. They're loving the 1 billion hours. I don't think Game Pass is going anywhere. Hot take. I don't think it is, man. There's no shot you're going to take 30 million subscribers and just kill that. It's $5 billion a year. $5 billion, guys, a year. I don't think it's going anywhere. They haven't indicated it. They haven't talked about it. And when things aren't going well, Asha cuts them quick, man. Asha cuts shit quick when things aren't going well. I don't think Game Pass is going anywhere. That's just me. And it could go somewhere. I don't know. It could get changed up. Maybe they don't put every franchise in there, but I don't think it's going anywhere. Morrowind should get a full remake. Dude, I'm down for Morrowind getting a full remake. Starfield could have been so cool. It could have been cool. There's no aliens. Starfield has no aliens. Mass Effect has so many, like, different species and all this cool shit. Woodpit, like, it has all of this cool stuff in Mass Effect. Meanwhile, Gaben with his 11 billion in 6 months, fucking Gabe Newell, dude. They're not doing so good. I ain't gonna lie, man. Steam's killing. I get like Steam always wins, but they need to stop, bro. You can't be bringing out a fucking console with no controller. And I get it. It's a PC. Fuck off. We know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get in the console market. We know. Fuck off. I get it. Like, oh, it's a PC. It is. I understand. But it's very much programmed and used for a console audience. And if advertised right, it could be more. 5 billion a year, it could be more. It could be more. 100%. So let's get into the article. Or let's get into the post by Bethesda, because I feel like this is huge. A note from Bethesda Game Studios. We love making these worlds as much as you love playing in them. Aw, that's so cute. Today, we want to share what's next for Bethesda Game Studios and what to expect from us in the years ahead. Aw, thanks, guys. For 40 years, this is the circle jerk. For 40 years, we built games that have entertained almost 500 million players. Congratulations. I like the flexes. More than just games, these are worlds. Worlds for you to explore, shape, and make your own. Worlds we return to together. Aw, that's so cute. That's what's driving us forward. It is? Thanks. We're investing more deeply in the worlds players love, giving creators a bigger role in the shaping their experiences and bringing our teams closer together so we can get our games into your hands sooner, support them longer, and continue building them alongside you for decades to come. That is the biggest thing that I want to see. This. Hands in your hands sooner. Hey, Todd. Toddy. Little Todd guy. Toddathan. Hey, Toddathan. Sooner? 15 fucking years, Todd. 11 years since Fallout. Just saying, buddy. And just, we're going to skip over the 17 million players with Starfield. We're going to go down a second. And we're going to go to this. This Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination. We have multiple Fallout projects. He said that Fallout is in pre-production. So they're still not even there. Toddathan, what are we doing, bud? So get into your hands sooner. Reports are that Elden Ring is years away. Anyways, whatever. Thanks, Toddathan. Thank you for this. This is great. Let's get into the Starfield. Yeah. With over 17 million players logging almost 1 billion hours to date. Almost 1 billion. Not 1 billion, almost 1 billion. Thanks, bud. Fucking helps us a lot. Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue to support this. It's great. I'm glad people are with additional updates. More than 40% of players already customize their experience through creations. Awesome. Thanks, Toddathan. This is great. Awesome. And it's created by players. And he talks about how creation engine and expansions and all that, they've made money, creators have. And that's true. I'll give them that. Toddathan. I'll give you that. A lot of people have made some stuff on the creation engine, has made like basically entire expansions. And the funny thing is I see it as gamers fixing your game most of the time. That's me. That was me. On a technical level, Starfield is fantastic. It falls apart artistically. No aliens is a massive L. Bro, there's nothing. I walked around a world and I walked around for like 30 minutes. I didn't run into shit. Okay. We're bringing out MS Paint, bitch. We're bringing out Paint, folks. We're doing that. There's a thing that the developer for Witcher 3 talked about, that you should have an interaction on a map every few minutes, wherever you go. So there's a big map, right? It's a big map. It's a big world. Let's say it's a big old world coming at you, right? This is like a lake, right? It's a game world. Like, there's, a village over here, cave over here, cave over here, cave over here. And then like a castle, right? A castle's over here. I'm just saying, bear with me. I know my drawing is fucking terrible. When you're a gamer, you walk, like you spawn, let's say right here. This is the start, right? This is the tutorial. You start over here and you're like, okay, I'm a dude. I'm hanging out. I'm doing some cool shit over here. And then when you walk, let's say it takes you about like 3 minutes, 2 minutes to walk over here. Oh, I run into a cave. Oh, I run into a crossroads or a road that takes me multiple places. I could go over here to a town. You're constantly be given things. That's what developers want. They want you constantly engaged. Or you can run into like a dock over here and there's a story there or something attacking you there. No matter where you go, you're going to have something to do. You're going to go towards stuff and it keeps you engaged. That's what games are supposed to do. That's how game development works. Now, how does Starfield do that? Starfield has a big world and they have one thing over here, one thing over here, one thing over there, and you're wandering around this big fucking area doing nothing. You keep running, but you're not running into anything. That's the problem with Starfield, at least in my mind. When I played like Odyssey or when I played Elden Ring, to me, Elden Ring was the greatest at this. You would run into caves, you'd run into underground fucking worlds, you'd run into like bosses, you'd run into a lot of things. Elden Ring is the GOAT at this because they genuinely made one of the best worlds in gaming where the world told the story to you. That's the best thing about Elden Ring to me. Elden Ring gave you a full story. Starfield didn't do that. Do you know what other game did this very well? Skyrim. Skyrim, you would go different directions and run into shit. I had like, every time I play like a Bethesda game, especially Elder Scrolls, I'd make two characters and go two different directions. One for two builds, two to like see how different everything is. What I realized is that when I'd go like a different direction, let's say I started over here, if I'd walk this way, I had a completely different story. If I walked up here, I'd have like a completely different story up here. It was awesome. I realized that this is a cool thing. At Starfield, that never happened. I didn't go different directions and see different shit. Anyways. That's my rant. Now, the future of Fallout. This is the big one that I think a lot of people are really looking forward to is that they want Fallout games. I feel like a lot of people just truly have been feeling like, oh, I want a Fallout game really quickly. So the future of Fallout's a huge one. Fallout is one of the biggest priorities today. So, yeah, okay. Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination. We have multiple Fallout projects in active development right now. They go into Fallout 76 and free updates and shit's coming out next year. Great. I think that's okay. I know it has 35 million copies sold. I played Fallout 76 when it first came out. Wasn't my favorite. Didn't like it all that much. It was kind of weird that there was no NPCs. If you guys remember, that was a mandate. Like, they didn't want to have any NPCs. Negan, how did they make Skyrim and Starfield in the same building? I don't know. I have no idea. We also know that many players want to revisit previous Fallout. So this is the cool one. Them actually announcing that Fallout 3 and New Vegas remasters are coming. I think, number one, it's because of this. Where is it at? We'll get to it. But I think the reason why they announced that is because the new Fallout 5 is years away. And I mean years away. Like, I'm almost going to think it's at least 8 years away. I think Fallout 5 is really out there because they're working on Elder Scrolls right now, and that's at least 2 to 3 years away. So they want to keep Fallout relevant and bring out the remasters by the time this happens. The Kino Films and Amazon Studios with the shows, right? Shelter's cool. I played that before. I get it. But these games, they want these out before the show of Season 3 comes out because it's already underway. Season 3 is going to come out, in like a year. And they want these remasters ready to go to kind of capitalize on that. That's what I think. And while we won't host a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year, we're already planning something special for Fallout 30th anniversary when Fallout Day will be celebrated live in Washington, D.C. Cool. Now comes the studio collaboration. Again, I don't think Fallout 5 is coming for a little while. That's just me. The Wasteland continues to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at Obsidian Entertainment. By the way, Toddathan had to explain that he likes Obsidian. Did anybody see how wild that was? Because he was asked, are you annoyed with Obsidian or are you mad at them? And he sighed and was like, no, I like them. Toddathan, that didn't give us any that didn't make me feel nice. I don't know. I thought that I was like, you were forced to say that, brother, because you lost your IP. They fucking gave it to them. Don't lie to us. We're happy to confirm they're working with us on new Fallout project. That right here. That's how I know that when Todd was like, no, I like them. We're happy to confirm they're working with us. It's not all them. It's not Obsidian. It's us too. We're involved in that. Sounds like you're trying to take credit, brother. We'll have more to share in the future. We'll have more to share. Man, this is Obsidian making the game. Give Obsidian its time to shine. Let them say that they're making it. Why you got to say that you guys are working with them? I'm telling you. McDonald's doesn't change the formula that sells their burgers. Negan, they don't. But they also don't bring out broken burgers. I'm just saying. Or Bethesda's. We're also bringing our teams closer together across Bethesda. ZeniMax Online Studios will partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise while continuing to deliver incredible new experience for the Elder Scrolls Online. This one... So I have thoughts about this, chat. Let me know what you think. I feel like since Todd and the team at Bethesda Software, whatever studios, didn't do an Elder Scrolls for so long that they're kind of out of the loop of the lore and what's been done. That's what I'm getting from this. Truthfully, that's what I'm getting from this. I don't think that they know what to write and what to do because the Elder Scrolls Online has done so much, so the people there are kind of just yeah, we're in it. We're in Elder Scrolls all day. We can help you out. And that's why they're bringing that studio over. And that's why that studio got cut a little bit because they don't want to concentrating on the online version so much. Stuff will come out, but they want to work on the Elder Scrolls far more comfortably and have people that know the lore for the last 10 years, which Todd and his team have not been a part of for 15 years. Because they went into Fallout, then straight to Starfield, and it's you kind of become a little bit rusty when it comes to the world of Elder Scrolls. Jay Slayer, not me, I want Elder Scrolls. Same, brother. Same. The music for Starfield, Rainbow, felt so bland, too. They should have had someone like Jeremy Soule His music is so iconic. I thought the music was okay, actually. I thought like the trailers were okay. Well, actually, I don't even remember the music that much. You're right. Bethesda's famous for saying that they start with music first when they make their games. That's what they've said. They said that they go music first, and then that kind of shapes up their whole like franchise and how they're looking at it. That's what they've said. Hey, good on them. By aligning more directly with the franchises, they're creative and better experience with players. Cool. Elder Scrolls and Beyond. Woo! That foundation extends beyond our teams to the technology, tools, and systems that will power the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. Our teams are now developing Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 on Creation Engine 3. Dude, by the way, chat, what the fuck? Creation Engine 3, I don't know if anybody knows this. Starfield was built on We're gonna Google the shit out of this, folks. So here, chat, they spent years on Creation Engine 2, just so everybody knows. They spent years on it and got one game out of it, which is Starfield. They had Xbox funding that and building Creation Engine 2, and they got one game out of it, Starfield. Everything else was supposed to be Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5, but instead they're basically leaving Creation Engine, and I get that it's like small iterations to the engine, but what the fuck, random face? Sorry. I get that they're going to go to Creation Engine 3, which is fine. And Starfield was Creation Engine 2, but now that's it. That's all they got was one game after updating the whole engine, and now they're going to 3. I think that's fucking crazy. That's an insane investment. A shared technology platform we've been building since Starfield's launch. Okay, Bethesda. It allows our teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering, and systems that define our games. Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production. That's what I was looking for. Pre-production. And they what's his face? Give me a second. Let me look up the homie. Paris Lilly actually said something about this and called it out. What did he say? This is what he said. Paris Lilly had a good tweet about this. I was reading it earlier. He said the majority of this roadmap should have started years ago. The Fallout 3 and New Vegas remaster should have launched with Season 1 and Season 2 of the TV show. Facts. Fallout 5 just now going into pre-production. Facts. Obsidian or another studio should have been well into production of a Fallout spinoff. True. 76 is excellent, but looking forward to the DLC. I love Fallout to see it not being utilized to its full potential and has been disappointing. Bethesda actually responded to him, bro. Dude, most of what we shared today has been in motion for years. We've just traditionally stayed quiet until goddamn Paris, you got ratioed like a motherfucker by Bethesda. What happened? Anyways, stay quiet until things are ready to be shown. Pre-production is longer road than people often realize, and there are a lot of moving pieces across our games, the TV series, and more. The newer piece is working more closely with teams like Obsidian and ZeniMax Online Studios. It's exciting to finally talk about some of what we've been building, and we really appreciate the passion and support. Dude, everything he said here is true. A lot of this stuff should have been done, especially right here. All this should have been done way sooner. Right? Everybody agrees to that. And I think Paris has a good point there that dude, what are we doing here? This should have been done a long time ago. We should have had this. And 16 times the fucking detail, Rachie, for real. 16 times the timeline, bro. So Fallout being in pre-production is insane. The Elder Scrolls is our primary development focus today, with the majority of our team currently working on the next chapter of the franchise. And then here we go again. 65 million copies sold. Players are exploring Skyrim 15 years later. Of course they are, because we have nowhere else to fucking go except your online game. I'm going to rant real quick. This is the point. This is why we're annoyed. Todd has told us, he had an interview with Matty Plays, which I thought Matty did a great job on it. Todd basically said, longing for a game is great. We like that. We want you to long for a game. And it's okay, 15 years? And he said that we have all this content coming out on ESO. We have all this content coming out on Fallout. We have all this show, Fallout 76, ESO Online, like Elder Scrolls Online. You have all this content. I think like Bethesda legitimately lost the plot of what people bought their games for. It was freedom. We created our own stories. Like, straight up, that is the best thing about Bethesda, is that you gave us the creation engine to mod and do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want in the game. I don't know if anybody's ever done this, but the reason why I have so many hours in Skyrim is because I beat that game. I loved it. I think I put like 60 hours in beating it. And then I have like, I don't know how many hundreds of hours modding it. I created an entire Dwarven army and Gondor army and Orc army from Lord of the Rings with mods. And then I was like a god basically watching them fight. It was like the Battle of Five Armies, but in the game. You do whatever you want in the game. It's so great when they do that. But now it's like you've lost the plot. You're pushing people towards microtransactions and online and not understanding that the reason why people love your games is because it's all there, that you could do whatever you want. That's the point. This like being in pre-production is crazy to me. This being in production now, it's our primary development focus, is great, but how far out are you? You're at least 2 to 3 years, man. If they come out next year, I'll fucking faint on live stream. I don't know. The next chapter's on the way, where we plan to be loving and how things look, blah, 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 road ahead. Starfield, Fallout, Elder Scrolls. They're going to concentrate on those big franchises. That's what's going to happen. Bethesda's... And that's the thing. Asha Sharma, straight up, like, she legitimately pushed everything forward, like straight up. I think she walked in, she did what Phil couldn't do. 100%. Everybody talked about how Phil Spencer should have just walked in, been like, hey, Bethesda, we bought you for a lot of money. How about you focus on some of these big franchises? I want ESO offline. Brother, that's a banger line, Rachie. You think Fallout years is 8 years away? Dude, Ant-Man. Bud. It's in fucking pre-production. Pre-production. How long? You know what? We're gonna do some bullshit research. Pre-production, I asked, just how long is pre-production on games? 6 to 12 months for pre-production, bud. 6 to 12 months. Yeah. 6 to 12 months for pre-production on this game. That's a lot, bro. That's a long time. And they're in that right now. They're in the pre-production. They're in the pre-production right here. And they're in production for Elder Scrolls 6, and that is a few years away. I don't think the Fallout game from Obsidian is 5, 6, 8 years away. I think that game's closer because Josh Scheuer, the person that's directing that game for Obsidian, was making a Fallout-esque game, and so they just thought, take the IP and make it Fallout then. Because he always wanted to make another one. He's always mentioned that multiple times, that he wants to make another Fallout game. No one could have possibly thought that Fallout 5 was beyond pre-production. Dude, I know, Fuzzy, I agree. Honestly. Yeah, all of Xbox lot are always going to answer Paris. Yeah, because he has a good following, and he was like on the stage and he promoted shit for them. Asha is doing Talos work. Dude, I agree with you. I was just thinking it takes too long to make games nowadays. It does take a long time, man. It takes way too long to make games right now. Way too long. It's too high. And that's, to me, that's half of the budget, is just how long it takes. Did they say Elder Scrolls was in pre-production when they showed it 8 years ago? Jay Slayer, don't even get me fucking started on that, man. 8 years, bro. 8 years since this was announced, and it's 3 years away. Does anybody remember? Oh my God, I gotta look it up now, because everybody was like, whoa, I wonder what, we know what it is now. Hold on. There was a rumor that Xbox was working The game you're asking, oh, fucking hell, I forgot about this game, Everwild. There was a rumor that Xbox was like putting out some leaks and people were talking about, and they were working on like a 10-year game. Like, one of our games is going to take 10 years to develop because it's so advanced. And it was Everwild, and then that game got canceled. I don't think it's Everwild. By the way, Rare is awesome. I think they're going to get fucking destroyed at the next 1,600 layoffs. That's just me. I think that the 10-year game is Elder Scrolls. 2018 when it was announced. It's 2026 right now. It's been 8 years. And they're going to take another 2 years, I would say at least 2 years. Would you guys agree with me? I think Elder Scrolls is 2 years away. And then compound that with give Fallout 5 pre-production another 12 months. Compound that. I think Fallout 5 earliest 2032. 2032. 6 years. I'll give Fallout 5 6 years. And I think the remakes or the remasters or whatever you want to call them, these ones, where are they at? This one, Fallout 3 in New Vegas, I think those are a year to 2 away. I think one of them comes out next year. I think the other one comes out when the new season comes out again. And then I think Obsidian's game comes out. I think that they are getting ready for Obsidian's Fallout. And they're getting ready for Elder Scrolls for Helix. I think Xbox is waiting for Helix. Because if you look here, so the next one, the homie Jez is fucking killing it, bro. He asked about Xbox making these games exclusive. He asked Toddathan in an interview about this. Because given Xbox CEO Sharma's push to grow Xbox Series X and S as a platform, some form of exclusivity for Fallout and Elder Scrolls would be pretty huge, but also a huge gamble. They've been monstrously expensive to make. Not bringing them to PlayStation day one would eat into the margins, but it could future-proof Xbox hardware. This is the one thing I say I will disagree with, is that monstrously expensive to make and not bring them to PlayStation day one could eat the margins. They've talked about that before. The Xbox exclusivity thing has been that Xbox basically did short-term mistakes, like put their games everywhere and become a third-party publisher. It hurt them in the long run. Straight up hurt them in the long run because they needed to just get this money. When Forza went over there, they made a good chunk of money. When all the games went over there to PlayStation and Steam, they made good money, but it deteriorated the platform over time. So I think bringing these games day one to exclusivity would be huge for the platform. That's just me. At least Metro Prime 4 did release. Yeah, Raichi, it did. Elder Scrolls 6 has already surpassed Duke Nukem Forever for the longest game in production. Fucking hell. You're right, Raybolt. Steve Tooze, what's up, man? If Fallout 5 is still in pre-production, we're probably looking at the mid-2030s before it launches. 2032, man, I'm telling you. I think it's 2032. I don't know what everybody else thinks. Literally every game besides Obsidian. Yeah. Remember when you would get games every 3 years? I missed it. Dude. Brother, let's look at something crazy. Everybody, let's cry for a second. Let's all gather around, hold each other tight. Look at Mass Effect. 2007, we got Mass Effect 1, which was a great game. Little rough around the edges, I will admit. But then 3 years later, we get Mass Effect 2, which was a huge jump in like gameplay. And then 2 years later, we got Mass Effect 3. We had a massive trilogy right there in our hands in one generation. Where do you see that anymore? Genuine question. Gears of War. 1, 2, and 3. 2006, 2008, 2011, and then even Judgment. We got 4 Gears of War games in one generation. 4! I will say that Gears 4 coming out in 2016, and then the other one coming out in 2019, and then Gears Tactics should be in there. I would say they released some games. Those Rust Edges gave Mass Effect a lot. Yeah, they did. It gave it a lot of character, Rainbow. You're not wrong. Anyone buying the 40th anniversary 8-bito Xbox controller? Sir? Let me just copy that real quick. Which one are you talking about? 40th anniversary 8-bito controller. Yo. What are this? This is cool. That's pretty fucking dope. Learn more. Chat, this does look dope. Rachy, that looks sick. Talos, I can't wait for E-Day either, man. How much is this fucking thing? Oh, a Nintendo NES. Reconnect with 40 years of NES. Look at that. This is sick as fuck. We don't have an exclusive of Halo or Gears yet, brother. This is cool, Rachy. These are cool. I like these. I like this. And it works with everything. I feel like this is good for like the Switch especially. Oh, what? A little... Nice, man. Hey. Looks cool to me. Yeah, we honestly haven't had even this generation. We haven't had a Gears game. We haven't had a Halo. Well, we had a Halo game. Halo Infinite. I'll give them that. And we're about to get Campaign Evolved, which looks cool. I think Campaign Evolved looks actually pretty cool. I think that they did a really good job comparatively to like all the other shitty Unreal Engine games out there. I think my collector's edition of Halo is getting delivered tomorrow. You lucky bitch. Enjoy it, man. Because don't you get it like 5 days early if you buy like those editions? I can't remember. You get something early with those. I bought the Gears of War collector's edition. I think that looked fucking great. Okay. So, speaking of exclusivity, do you guys not think that, like, when you look at this article, by the way, I kind of want to talk about how Todd Howard went all out on this whole thing. I do think that the Fallout Obsidian, all of that, and that, I think it's going to be exclusive. If they have Bluetooth 2.4 USB dongle and cable, but you have to check if the Xbox is compatible, some models didn't play with Xbox free. Oh, didn't know that. We had full series of games in the 360 generation. I mean, Rockstar had 4 GTA games alone in that. Dude, Negan, you're right. You're right. 100% right, bro. What were those 4 games? Which ones were they? Was it GTA? No, it wasn't GTA 3, was it? GTA games release dates. Which ones was it? Okay, so that's how you said. So we had San Andreas, right? Oh, yeah. Well, Vice City, not really. GTA, these were different gens, I believe. Dude. 13 years, bro. 13 years to get to it. So we have San Andreas. We had 4 and 5. That's 3 games in one gen. Legitimately. That's fucking crazy, guys. Which one was your favorite GTA, by the way, everybody? I know a lot of people like 5, but Vice City's my favorite one. I loved Vice City. I put so much time into that one. Vice City was by far my favorite one. It's why I'm so excited for this one coming out, because Vice City was like my shit, bro. The 360 days were goated. It will never be touched. No, it won't, Negan. 360 was goated, bro. I bought Gears of War. Yeah, dude. It's so good. Vice City is by far my favorite one. Straight up. And then after that, it's probably San Andreas or 5. Maybe 4. I like the 4th one, too. I like the character in the 4th one. The main guy. I think he was like a Russian dude. GTA 2 is your most played one? Vice City for me is my most played one. It's not close. Played that like crazy. So I actually didn't read this article, but we're going to kind of go through it. There's a lot to cover here because there is a lot of information. We love making the worlds. Here we go. Let me see. I think there was a Todd Howard spoke. There we go. He's been stewarding the franchises. Top of mind for me, I suspect most Xbox faithful right now is Microsoft's huge cuts to gaming operation, which seem to have disproportionately fell into ZeniMax's lap. I asked Howard how he and the team was doing given what was going on. Great question, he says. I've been doing this a long time. Whenever we've worked with people for, in some cases, many decades, and they're no longer here, that's really personally very difficult and difficult for our teams. That's true. Anytime there's layoffs and people get cut, it sucks. Howard referred to previously difficult times in Bethesda history during the 90s when they had layoffs, all that. I have always said, chat, I have always said, this Xbox reset wasn't really an Xbox reset. It was a Bethesda reset. I forgot how much they bought them for. Xbox ZeniMax deal. How much was it again? $7.5 billion. So they bought them for $7.5 billion. I've been a proponent of this is not an Xbox reset. This was a Bethesda reset. That $7.5 billion in cash is not giving them anything back. It was not a very good investment for Xbox because it just is what it is. They've brought out some duds. Redfall was a fucking travesty, and it just didn't go well for them. And they didn't get any of the big IPs like Fallout. They didn't get any Elder Scrolls. The only thing that really delivered, at least in my mind, that they brought out was Indiana Jones and the Doom games. That's just me. Yeah, Rachie, I know they've had layoffs, but this is like a big one. Like I feel like ZeniMax was like almost untouchable for Phil Spencer. Like, don't touch ZeniMax. ZeniMax is our baby. We don't mess with them. Todd Howard's the man. Pete Hines is the guy. We love Elder Scrolls. We love Fallout. We don't touch them. That's what I felt Xbox was like for a while. I really don't feel hyped. What's up, Bobby? For GTA 5, but I can't wait for E-Day. Yeah, dude, I'm actually... If anybody wants something really good... I've been doing this. I've been reading the books. I don't know if anyone's read these books. I'm listening to them audiobook, man. So good. And that, to me, you should... Karen Travis, sorry. She's doing the writing for Gears E-Day. I recommend people check this out if you guys want to get like touched up on Gears of War before Gears E-Day. These are great. And I'm also playing Reloaded again. Because you got Reloaded free if you had the Gears before. So good. Anyways, going back to Elder Scrolls. I truly felt like it was a reset for Todd Howard and the team. Like this whole Xbox reset was for the return on Negan's. Yeah, 100% Zalker. It was about getting their ROI on the ABK deal. Not the ABK deal. Like if you look at what Asha mentioned, she was saying that like ABK, Candy Crush, Minecraft, they're making money. They're doing fine. It's Bethesda that hasn't been making shit for them. Like, truly, what game has sold crazy? Like, Starfield sold okay, but that budget on Starfield was insane. Like, what is the budget on Starfield? Does anybody know? $300 to $400 million for Starfield. And just so everybody knows, Bethesda Game Studios doesn't help other studios that much. They make the Creation Engine and that's it. And they're pretty much the proponent owners of the Creation Engine. They use it basically by themselves. The $400 million for Gears E-Day with the Coalition actually goes in for the whole studio. And they go help a bunch of people. They helped Undead Labs. They helped Halo. They helped a bunch of the teams using Unreal Engine because they're fucking wizards. I have to finish Metro 2033 books. Nice, man. TBH, ZeniMax probably would have stayed untouchable if they kept making the Elder Scrolls and Fall. Yeah, dude. E-Ranks, you're not wrong. If they just stuck to what they were good at, they would have fucking chilled. But they went like completely crazy. Grounded and Forza are the only success stories, in my opinion, for Xbox studios. No, I would, yeah. You might be right, actually. I'm trying to think. What other studios have like success like that? Yeah, in order to do that, you do have to train and retrain. You're not wrong, Sonus. Train and retrain your employees. You're not wrong. Damn, I'm trying to think about like outside of... Let's look up like the list of Xbox game studios. Because I kind of want to just go down the line. Is there like just a list I can look at? Dude. No list. You guys suck. Okay, here we go. So the coalition with Gears, I would say pretty good. I think they're doing good. That's me. I don't know anybody else. I think Gears is successful. I think Gears 5 sold decently. I think Gears E-Day is going to be fucking big, at least in my mind. Halo Studios, not so much. In Exile, Wastelands is actually pretty good, and Clockwork Revolution, for them to want it to be exclusive, I think is pretty good. Obsidian Entertainment, I will stand by this. Avowed is fucking great. I don't care. Fuck off. Playground Games is pretty good. Rare's pretty good, man. Sea of Thieves is successful. Sea of Thieves is actually very successful. It's why Rare hasn't been touched, because they made so much fucking money. Turn 10 got absolutely killed, man. Motorsport did not do well. People did not like it. I know their most recent Motorsport, a lot of people didn't like it. World's Edge, did they even mention World's Edge? I totally forgot they fucking exist. Are they even making anything? Is World's Edge even making anything? Because I know they made the Age of Empires game. I liked Age of Empires 4. I played that. I reviewed it, actually, for them. They gave me the code. I didn't play Age of Mythology Retold. I feel like I need to go do that. Xbox Game Studios Publishing, they made Quantum Break, Killer Tower. So yeah, actually, most of the studios are okay, I would assume. Does everybody agree with that? I don't know. Because they got rid of the other ones, right? Like, I'm not going to put Double Fine or Compulsion. Those didn't have a big hit. Bungie, yeah, true. Bungie was part of them. Compulsion, Double Fine, the Initiative. Holy shit. Get fucking murked. That was the biggest, dumbest shit I've ever seen. The Initiative, dude, they walked out on stage and said it with their whole chest that they're building like a next-gen experience. They're hiring the top-of-the-line people in the industry. Woof. Rip Initiative, man. You never had anything. Mojang, Minecraft's killing it. Ninja Theory. I don't care what anybody says. I do not like Ninja Theory. I don't like their games, man. They don't make good games for me. Undead Lab, same thing. State of Decay's cool, but it's not my thing. Yep. The Initiative was burning Money Pit. Bro, it was so bad. They fucked everything so bad. So that's all the list. I mean, that's not a bad... It's not a bad list for games, I would say. I don't know if anybody agrees with me. I'm just saying. I don't think it's that bad. So, how I referred to previous difficult times in Bethesda history. Cool. Speaking with fans, couldn't help but mention Obsidian's return. I appreciate some of the fan chatter, but behind the scenes, there's a huge amount of mutual respect between Bethesda and Obsidian. We're always kind of wondering if we could find a way to work together in the right way. And when those things come up, I think I definitely look at the franchise all up. As you see in the note, everything that's kind of happening with Fallout. You sort of say, is there a way or a window or a pocket where we could do something together that really, really made sense? And so we're super excited, an opportunity to work together. What do you mean, was there a way? Bro, fucking Tothathan. We wanted the new Fallout New Vegas. Not the biggest Fallout fan, again, but I loved Fallout New Vegas. That was my favorite Fallout beyond all the other ones, even 4. Dude, there's nothing in Xbox One Gen or old regime that says 3,300 people were earning their keep. Negan, you're not wrong, bro. That's the sentiment I'm getting from so many people, is that these layoffs, while they hurt and it sucks to see that people are losing their job, a lot of people did not give a fuck, bro. Like, a lot of the fans are like, you're not making shit. No one cares. Like, that's the sentiment I got from this. I don't know about anybody else, but every comment section I got, when things like this happen, you would see Greg Miller just screaming from the rooftops, even though no studio got shut down and no game was canceled. Greg Miller would be screaming from the rooftops, or some other person on social media would be screaming from the rooftops. And then there you go. Nobody cared. That's what I'm seeing from everybody online, is that they did not care about this. They're like, yo, Bethesda, do better next time. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I feel from it. That's kind of my take on this, is that I've seen a lot of people just not care at all. I would never understand the outrage for layoffs when those contractors and devs don't produce, you can't expect changes when they cry when corpos make them. True. F Mojang, I'm still waiting for my ray tracing Series A. Bro! They're on the timeline of Elder Scrolls. Dude, and that's the other thing, chat. That's the other thing. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna be a piece of shit for half a second. We're gonna be I tweeted because here, I'm gonna show you guys something. And I'm an asshole. We know this. Former Bethesda developers say Microsoft's recent Xbox layoffs will make it much harder to build future Fallout and Elder Scrolls games. Laid off developers report Bethesda lost experienced programmers, artists, designers, and QA staff across several teams. One called the knowledge loss staggering, while another said it would have a substantial cascading effect on the game and studio morale. Some had been with Bethesda since the Morrowind era, meaning the studio lost developers with decades of experience and deep understanding of its games. AKA, man, it's going to be really hard for us to get games out, and it's going to be really bad, and it's going to not come out. I will say this, the fear-mongering I've seen for the developers being laid off is insane. Basically saying, like, games aren't going to come out, it's over, nothing's going to happen, it's going to take so much longer to get these games out. It's, the 14 layers of management's going a little wild right now. They're basically saying that nothing's going to come out, that these are going to delay the games. I don't think they think that's the flex it is. This is what I said. I'm supposed to be scared that future Fallout and Elder Scrolls games might be delayed or affected. We've already been waiting 15 plus years for some of these games. At this point, Bethesda isn't competing with deadlines, it's competing with calendars. Chat, tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. I got more. Chat. Tell me I'm wrong. I got more. I'm going to show you one of my most liked tweets I've ever seen. Give me a second. Trying to find it because I'm a shithead. Boop. Elder Scrolls 6 devs are seriously worried about the game's future, report says. Worried that it was announced 8 years ago and we still know it's multiple years away. I'm more worried about your development process. Have I been spicy? I'm kind of being a dick. By the way, 5,000 likes, dude. 5,000 likes on this fucking thing. I'm more worried about your development cycle, fellas and ladies at Bethesda. I'm not worried about the game not coming out. We know it's coming out. It's just going to take, another generation or 3. Spicy but not wrong. Dude. So many people fucking in the comment just blowing this shit up. Like the development process. Use your brain rot. Look at this guy. Ooh, he's mad. Ooh, he's mad at me. It's okay. It's okay. By the way, we're just going to go down shitville here. Was it these people that did it's Polygon the one doing a bunch of like clickbaity articles? Was it them? I swear it was them. Like, there's all these clickbait articles going around. Like, everybody's looking for like the clickiest of clickbait articles that they can say like Red Dead Redemption 2 sucks. Chat, y'all gonna fucking hate me. We're about to get in it. We're about to get in it. It's gonna get ugly in here. It's gonna get ugly in here. Oh, Jesus, no. It's not what I want. Just want to go to my reviews. All right. Well, we're gonna pause this. Chat. This is Zalker. This is me. By the way, look at my video, dude. Subscribe. It's dope. This is 7 years ago. Red Dead Redemption 2 review, most overrated game this generation. That was me 7 years ago. I have 2,540 comments with 66,000 views. I made this when I had like 200 subs, maybe. Look at the views like count right here on the right. Look at it, just like it went like 22. It's 2018. It's when I first made a video, and then it just like boop 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 boop. What kept going up? Dude, I still get comments to this day about this fucking thing. I still get hate mail about this because I truly think Red Dead Redemption 2 is very overrated. That's just me. So when I saw the Polygon article, was it in there? Polygon? Yeah, Polygon. I'm not going to even click it. 8 years later, it's time to admit Red Dead Redemption 2 is a terrible game. I felt like saying, hey, man, that's my take. What are you doing? You're 8 years, you're years, 7 years, too late. That was me. I made the video already, bud. That's what I felt. I kind of want to see what he was saying about it, though. I kind of want to see what he's saying about it. You and 3 others. Still better than God of War 2018. Rachy, you're fucking tripping, bro. God of War is amazing. That's another fucking franchise, right? Like, come on. Another franchise, dude. Every 2 years we got something. We got more. 2005, 2007, 2008. God of War 3 is still one of the greatest games ever made. I don't care what anybody says. And then we got Ghost of Sparta, Ascension in 2013. And then 2018, the next one came out. And then 4 years later, they brought out Ragnarok. They're pretty good. They're not bad, actually. Every 4 years, they've been bringing out a game. You do if you had a head start alive because you already have all the money anyway. You guys are arguing about Windows right now? What is happening? Why are y'all arguing about Windows? Everybody hates Windows. I mean, I like Windows because it does what I need it to do, but if you ever worked with Windows in like a professional corporate environment in IT or engineering, it fucking sucks. God of War 18 is so weak compared to the OG. It's just more intense, brother. It's way more intense. It's crazy intense. 2018 is great. I love 2018 and how tense it is. Or sorry, the old school games are more intense. The opening scene where you're like going to Mount Olympus is insane in God of War 3. And the gameplay is always good in God of War, man. That's just me. And sorry if I'm a little low energy today. I don't know why, but like with the kid and everything, it's been hitting me. Work and everything's been piling, boys. What's the next thing that we wanted to talk about? I feel like that's like all the news this week. I always go to my channel to see what videos I made. Talked about it, talked about that. I made this little fucking Assassin's Creed thing that got buried. It's fine. Lost it all. God, I love myself. Look at that. And then Halo leaks. Oh yeah, there's Halo stuff. We can talk about that. Give me a second. I think there was a couple Halo things I had saved up. Boop, boop, boo, doo, doop. Talks amongst yourselves. It's this one. Did anybody see the Pierre Hintz, leader of the Halo Studios, hinted at a recent interview that went almost unnoticed that they're working on a Halo MMO in early stages? I don't know how that looks. I don't know how you make a Halo MMO. When talking about 5 to 10 year plans, he's responded by focusing on the next 5 months and mentioned evolving the saga by mixing human players and non-human players. I don't know how you do this. Large-scale experiences like raids and group objectives. They're moving away from 343's previous philosophy. He even called Halo 5 a mistake. Will the announcement come Halo Fest? I don't know. This one is a weird one. Because I do feel like Halo needs to take a risk, and that's something he kind of talked about. He mentioned that they really need to take a risk with Halo, and I agree with him completely. That they need to completely go in a different direction with Halo. I don't know about it, if everybody thinks the same way, but you can't just keep rehashing like the first game in its campaign. You can't keep rehashing all this other stuff. You need to get things going with Halo and do something different. If it's an MMO, then it's an MMO. Do that. I'm down. As long as it's done well and you have a good vision for it. Halo 5 has the best multiplayer, but worst campaign. Yeah, because Halo 5, it was Halo 5, right? Halo 5 had the Delta Squad, or whatever the fuck it was called. Locke. Was it Locke? Was his name Locke? It was Locke, right? Halo Reach is amazing, bro. The book's amazing, too. Who was the guy in Halo? Halo Alpha. Was it Master Chief, Kelly, Frederick? Was it Locke? What was his name? Locke. Yeah, I was right. James Locke. And I remember it was like, oh, they're hunting Master Chief, and it looks so... The advertisement for that game was sick, bro. Legitimately sick. I remember they did... Well, first of all, can we acknowledge just how dope this was? Like, from a Halo... Like, this was dope. The opening cinematic to Halo 5 was sick as shit. I'll give it that. That's just me. I think it was dope. I thought it looked cool. Could be wrong, though. I mean, look at this. Locke. That's what... Yeah, it was Locke, man. Yeah, the marketing on Halo 5 was dope. They need to bring back the team that did it. Like, look at this. This is sick as shit. Like, Halo Infinite didn't have anything like this. I just thought this was cool. Like, it's epic. It's fun. It's a set piece. It's dope. Like, this is what Halo should be. Like, grand, epic scale battles, man. Yeah, you're right, Rainbow. The overarching narrative for 4, 5, and Infinite is all over the place. The original trilogy was simple and done. Yeah, it was. Best intro in the series. Bro, the best. Just so sick. It just keeps going. Like, it's just like a cool, very well directed. I don't know. I'd take something like this over, and I enjoyed Infinite. Like, I thought the open world was cool, but you can tell that they cut a lot of shit out. Like, straight up, they cut a lot of shit out from Infinite. The open world could have been so much better. Halo 5 campaign was better than Halo 4 campaign? Probably. Yeah, I would agree. I like the Halo 5. I played this all in co-op too on like Legendary or whatever it's called. God, dude, back in the day when they used to advertise the shit out of this, dude. So good. Opening scene, 10 out of 10. Wish I could say the same for the whole game. This guy down here, fucking calling it like he sees it. For a couple of bricks, they flew pretty good. That was such a good advertisement. But I think it was it this one where it's like Locke is chasing him. There's all this stuff going on. Yeah, Halo 5 was dope, bro. Cutscenes is something we lost this gen. Yeah, honestly, we did. Danny Passion, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of miss this stuff, man. I miss these types of like set pieces and grandiose things. I feel like they don't do this anymore. This like epic shit. So good. Well, chat, I'm starting to crash because I am truly exhausted today. I feel like I didn't get enough sleep, but also new baby, working all week. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to be back again next week. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like I've been busting out videos like crazy. Haven't getting a lot of sleep. Danny, you just finished the DLC? Dope, bro. Doom DLC. I haven't finished it yet. I heard it was really good. I mean, I'm playing it. It is good. I don't know how it ending, but killing off the die deck in 4 was a big mistake. Probably. I don't know what they're going to do with Halo. Honestly, a lot of the interviews are very weird. Yeah, they did, like, the cutscenes were like a reward for finishing the game. It's like you get this cool instance of like a movie almost. Like, cool, I interacted, now you're going to give me a treat. Like a cool cutscene that's going to kick ass. Anyways, chat, we went over the physical disc. We went over all of the Bethesda stuff. We went over Asha Sharma stuff. We went over Todd Howe, everything, man. I really appreciate everybody being here. Rye, Rainbow, all of you guys, Raichi. You guys are awesome. Simple Jack, Danny, thanks for joining in. You guys have been so good, man. I really appreciate everybody here, and I will be here next week. Trust me. Next 4:30 Pacific Standard Time or 5 Pacific Standard Time. Not sure yet, but I'm really looking forward to talking to everybody again and getting all these video outs. For now, I think I'm going to go take a nap because I am exhausted, chat. I don't want to keep going just to keep going. I want to make sure that I'm entertaining and engaged completely. So you guys are awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks, everybody. Trying to play FF16. It's nothing but cutscenes. Bro, I heard that game has like 7 hours of cutscenes or some shit. I heard it's insane. Anyways, thank you guys all for joining me. I will see you guys next week. And you guys have, friendly fire tomorrow, by the way. 100%. And a video maybe tomorrow, too. I might make another one. I have one kind of planned. So thanks, Talos. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a good one. Oh, my shit's all the way over here on my other screen. Got to bring it over. I got a screen all the way over there on the left, just in case. All right, guys. Have a good one, chat. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.